Good afternoon, all.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
So, which are the topics we discussed in the last class? From this chapter, which are the topics? Which are
Ma'am
the
is
topics?
water, a conductor.
Conductors and insulators
Ma'am,
over
circuit.
electric circuit. Was it? What is an electric circuit?
Interconnection of
Interconnection of electrical components. Is it?
Yes, ma'am.
So, which are the electrical components in that electric circuit? Say any electric component in the circuit.
Ma'am, battery.
Naveen, wait. Naveen is there. Naveen PS. Naveen. Alan, Jolie.
Yes, ma'am.
Which are the electrical components we can see in an electric circuit?
Wire.
Wire, electrical wires. Then
Battery.
battery.
Switch.
Switch. Then one more. Samuel. Any electrical component in an electrical circuit?
Bulb.
Bulb. Okay, bulb. It's an electrical component. It's very important. And what is meant by this electric circuit? What is electric circuit? What is the definition for this electric circuit? Is there any definition? It's a closed loop. Is it? What is meant by closed? What is meant by closed?
It starts at one point and ends at the same point.
Yes, and ends at the same point. If it is not a closed one, is there any problem?
Yes, electricity cannot pass through.
Yes, the bulb, the electricity doesn't pass through that circuit. The bulb doesn't glow. Is it? So, electric circuit must be a closed loop. It must be a closed one. Then only it will conduct electricity. Is it? So, what is meant by an electric circuit? What is an electric circuit? It must be a closed loop. Is it? It must be a closed loop which a current takes is known as an electric circuit. So what is the condition? It must be a closed one. If it is closed one, then current flows through it. If there is any break in the path, does it conduct electricity?
No, ma'am.
No. If there is any break in the path, it doesn't conduct electricity. Otherwise, it conducts electricity. So the condition is that an electric circuit must be a closed loop which a current takes is known as an electric
Circuit.
Electric circuit. Then, so which are the components in this electric circuit? Which are the components in this picture? Is this an electric circuit?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What is an electric circuit? It contains electrical components. And which are the components are here?
SL.
Wire, battery,
A
bulb.
battery.
A switch.
A switch is there. And bulb is there. Then
Wire.
the electrical wires are there. So it's an electric circuit. So again, if this is an electric circuit, is this an electric circuit? So which are the components here? What is this? What is this? Battery. Okay. So what is this? It's a magnet. Okay. The previous picture, why the bulb glows? Why this bulb glows? What is the reason?
My filament is heated.
Yes. So there is a heating effect of current. Is it? Heating effect. Heating effect of what? Which component heated here?
Current.
Which component heated here?
Filament.
Filament. So filament of the bulb heated, because of that heat, the bulb glows. So which effect of current used in this diagram, used in this case?
Heating effect.
heating effect of electric current. So that is an effect of electric current, that is heating effect. Because of that effect, the electric bulb, the bulb
Close.
close. Then in this picture, here is one magnet. What is it by magnets? There are two sides for a magnet.
Yes, ma'am.
Which are the two sides for a magnet?
South and north.
South
North
and
and
north.
south.
Okay. So when we connect it into an electric circuit, if it contact electricity, if the liquid contact electricity, what observation we can see in that magnet? What observation? How we can understand is the liquid contact electricity? Is there any movement of the needle? Actually, what is this magnet? This magnet, one needle is there, no? The
Compass.
presence of electricity, compass, yes, compass or magnetic compass. So, if there is any passage of electricity, at that time there is a movement in that needle. Okay, the needle moves. That movement is known as what is this? Deflection. Okay. So if the liquid contact electricity, we can see a deflection in the needle. Okay, clear? Clear? That one clear? If this liquid contact electricity, at that time electricity pass through this circuit and we can see a deflection in this needle. That means there is a movement for this needle. For example, if you take a distilled water, just imagine this beaker contains distilled water. Okay, is there any deflection in the needle? Is there any deflection? Say, is there any deflection when we take distilled water here?
No, ma'am.
Why? Why?
There are no.
Because
distilled
the distilled water is what is the difference between this distilled water and tap water? What is the difference? Shiva Krishna is there. Shiva Krishna, Neha Mary is there. Yes. What is the difference between this distilled water and tap water?
Tap water contains some minerals and
Then-
it also conducts electricity.
Okay, then distilled
This
water.
water does not contain any minerals and does not conduct electricity.
So you imagine we take distilled water in this beaker. Okay. So can we see any deflection in the needle?
No.
Why? Why? Because the distilled water is
insulated.
insulator, it doesn't contact electricity. So in this case, when we take this tap water, is it contact electricity?
Yes.
Yes. This tap water contact electricity. At that time, we can see one deflection in this needle. Otherwise, when we take distilled water, there is no deflection. So which effect of electric current we use in this? Which effect? Which effect? Magnetic effect of electric current. Okay. So in the previous class, we studied about which effect? Heating effect. So today it's magnetic effect. So these are the two effects of electric current. Because of the heating effect, the bulb glows. And because of the magnetic effect of electric current, we observe a deflection in the magnetic needle. Okay? Clear? Clear? Then
Yes, ma'am.
we already discussed about the liquid water. Sometimes it acts as an insulator. In the case of distilled water, it acts as an insulator. And in the case of tap water, it acts as a conductor. Is it? So any other liquids other than water, say the names for any other liquid. Dev Narayan, say any one liquid. Dev Narayan.
Water.
Water, other than water, any other liquid?
Petrol.
Petrol. Then Kiran Raj. Kiran Raj, say anyone
Yes.
liquid. Huh? Kiran Raj, anyone liquid?
Ma'am, kerosene.
Kerosene, okay. Then Afrin,
Yes, ma'am.
say anyone liquid.
Alcohol.
Alcohol. Then Asra Fatima, say anyone liquid. Anyone liquid. You don't know any liquid?
Oil.
Oil, very good. Neha Mary, anyone liquid? A diesel. Alan Jolie, any liquid?
Ma'am, water.
Water, other than water, any liquid? Only water, you know. Milk, huh? Lemon juice,
Vinegar.
honey, vinegar, these are all liquids, is it? So, is this all liquids conduct electricity? Is the all liquids conduct electricity?
Right.
Some liquids only conduct electricity. So, we can say that most liquids that conduct electricity are solutions of acids, bases, and salts. Okay. For example, when we take this vinegar, is it a liquid? Is it a liquid?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, it's a liquid. So, any acid present in this vinegar, you know? Any acid? Any acid? Anyone know which acid present in this vinegar? What's the taste of this vinegar? What's the taste? What's the taste for vinegar? You don't know what is
Salt.
vinegar? Sour.
Salt.
Yes, sour taste. Why it is in sour taste, you know? Why the vinegar?
It's acid.
It contains some acid. So when we take the example for lemon juice, it's also sour. Is it? Is the taste of lemon juice sour taste? Why it is in sour taste? Why?
Because it contains some acid.
Okay. If anything contains some acid, there is some sour taste. So vinegar, which acid is present? Acetic acid. Then lemon juice. Lemon
Citric.
juice. Which
Citric
acid?
acid.
Citric acid. So if there any acid is present, that liquid is conduct electricity. Clear? If it contains some acid, it conducts electricity. Okay. Then what is salt? What is the formula for common salt? Common salt, you know, that we use in our daily life. Common salt.
NaCl.
NaCl, that is sodium
Sodium chloride.
chloride. Okay, sodium chloride is a salt. So, if the liquid contain any salt, that time also it conducts electricity. Okay. Then what is NaOH? You know, NaOH, sodium hydroxide. What is sodium hydroxide? What is sodium hydroxide? It's a base. So we can say that if the liquid contains any acid or any base or any salt, at that time it conducts
Electricity.
electricity, it conducts electricity. Okay, clear? So most liquids that conduct electricity contain some amount of acid or some amount of bases or some amount of salt are present in it. Okay. So for this milk, is it conduct electricity? Any acid in milk? Which acid is present in milk? Anyone know? Lactic acid. Okay. So which acid is present in vinegar?
Ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, can you speak little more loudly?
Okay. Is it clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So which acid is present in vinegar?
Acetic acid.
Acetic acid.
Acetic acid.
Yes. Which acid is present in lemon juice?
Citric acid.
Citric acid. And which acid is present in milk?
Lactic acid.
Lactic acid. So if it contains some acid, it conducts electricity. So is milk conduct electricity? Is milk conduct electricity?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Why? Because it contains some acid. Is it clear? Clear? If it contains acid, it conducts electricity. Then can you see the column? So first of all, what's that sound from there? That sound. Please mute. Okay. So first of all, we have to consider this distilled water. Distilled water is a conductor or an insulator.
Insulator.
Insulator. Because why it is an insulator?
It does not have any minerals.
It doesn't contain any minerals. So at that time, is there any deflection in the compass? Deflection in the needle?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Can we see any deflection? No, because doesn't conduct electricity. If it conducts electricity, there is a deflection in the needle. So in this case of distilled water, there is no deflection. Okay. Then second one, it is tap water. Is there any deflection?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, it conduct electricity. So is there deflection? And lemon juice?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, it contains acid, so it conducts electricity. So there is one deflection. Then what about this vinegar? Is there any deflection?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, some deflection is there. Why? Which acid is present in vinegar? Which acid?
Acetic acid.
Acetic acid. So this is a weak acid. What is the weak and strong acid? Any strong acid, you know? Any strong acid? Any strong acid? Mainly three strong acids are there. Which are they?
Nitric acid.
Nitric acid. Nitric acid. Then
Hydrochloric acid.
Hydrochloric
yes,
acid.
hydrochloric acid. Then
Sulfuric acid.
sulfuric acid. Then these are mainly the strong acids. But in the case of this vinegar, it contains acid, acetic acid. It is a weak acid. So there is deflection is there. The deflection is a less deflection. That's why we can say that vinegar is a conductor, but it conducts only less electricity. That time we can say that vinegar is a poor conductor. What is poor conductor? What is the difference between good conductor and poor conductor? Is there any difference? Is there any difference between poor conductor and good conductor? What is in the conductor?
Less electricity passes through the poor conductors.
Poor conductor, it passes electricity, but the amount of electricity is less. That time we can say that it is a poor conductor. Then if it conducts more electricity, at that time we can say that it's a good conductor of electricity. Clear? That one clear?
Ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, your voice is very low.
It's okay. Now it's okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So tap water is a good conductor and vinegar is a poor conductor. So one question, vinegar contains some acid, but it's a poor conductor. Why? Anyone
Ma'am,
can...
acid is weak.
Yes, because the acid, it contains acid, but the acid present in this vinegar is a weak acid. That is, acetic acid is present in this vinegar. It's a weak acid. That's why we can call this vinegar as a poor conductor of electricity. Clear? It's clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Then in cooking oil, any acid is there in cooking oil? Which oil we used for cooking? Which oil? Kiran Raj, say which oil in your...
Yes, ma'am.
Which oil used for cooking?
Vegetable oil.
Vegetable oil, then?
Sunflower oil.
Sunflower oil is a vegetable oil. And any other oil? Coconut oil or?
Coconut oil also.
Yes. Is it contain any acid? Is it contains any acid? Say so, no. Yes, it's cooking oil contains some acid, that is lauric acid and oleic acid. In this, coconut oil contains lauric acid and these vegetable oils contain oleic acid. So these oils also contain acid. So it conducts electricity. Clear? Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So take the notes. Take the notes. First of all, take the textbook. Take the textbook. Textbook. Page number 181. Page number 181. Question number 5. Question number 5. Is it over? Question number 5.
Yes, ma'am.
5 over. Then sixth one. 6. Question number 6.
That is also over.
Then question number 9. That also over, no? 4, 5, 6, 9. That question's over. We discussed that questions.
Ma'am, we discussed the 90s thing, but we didn't write it.
Didn't write. Okay. So take the notes now. Take the notes. If you take the notes. Sako, how many questions we wrote in the notes?
Six questions.
What's the last question? Last question.
Does pure water conduct electricity?
Okay, that one over. So LED, is it over LED?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then electric circuit? No.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So take the notes. Then write the question. What is an electric circuit? Question number, please. Question number, please.
Question number 7.
Question number 7. So write question number 7. What is an electric circuit? What is an electric circuit? So write it as point. A closed loop which the current takes is known as an electric circuit. When the path of the circuit is closed, the current flows through it. Third point, when there is a break in the path, then the circuit is not conducting. So write this. Arrow PS. Arrow is
Present,
there.
ma'am.
Okay.
Present, ma'am.
Abhin Antony. Absent. Advait.
Ma'am, present.
Who? Advaita?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Afrin.
Present, ma'am.
Akash is there.
Yes, ma'am, present.
Alina. Absent. Alan Jolie.
Present, ma'am.
Aryan Sujesh.
Present, ma'am.
Asim Nabil.
Ma'am, Aline is present.
Who's that? Alina present. Okay. Asim Nabil absent. Avanish Krishnan.
Present, ma'am.
Abnita Krishna.
Present, ma'am.
Asad.
Present, ma'am.
Asra Fatima.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Dennis Stanley.
Present, ma'am.
Dion Xavier.
Present, ma'am.
Dev Narayan. Yes, he's there in my class. Dev Narayan. Okay. Dia is not there. Faisal Sheikh.
Present, ma'am, present.
Okay. Fayuna. Fayuna, Felix Roy, Felix, Gautam Sia,
Present, ma'am.
Jagan Krishna,
Present.
Joel Joseph, Kiran Raj,
Present, ma'am.
Mariam, Mehul Shaju, Nada Jalal,
Present, ma'am.
Nigel John, Naveen, Neha Mary,
Present, ma'am.
Nihal PN, Prithviraj, Priyanna Rose,
Present, ma'am.
Samuel Benu,
Present, ma'am.
Tarang Das, Sharanya, Shiva Krishna.
Present, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes.
Prithviraj.
Okay. Okay. Is this over? Seventh question over. Electric circuit.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Can we write the ninth question from the textbook? 9 to 1. We already discussed that one, no? 9 to 1. Ninth question. So write the ninth question from the textbook. Textbook question number 9. What's the question? Just read the question. Abhinita, read the question number 9.
Is it safe for the electrician to carry out electrical repairs outdoors during heavy downpour? Explain.
Okay, explain. So write the question. Question number textbook, it is question number 9. Then in a note, you have to write it as question number 8. So write the question and write the answer also. No, it is highly dangerous to carry out the electrical repairs outdoors during the heavy downpour. As water is a good conductor of electricity, it can be cause electrocution. What is in the electrocution? What's the meaning of this? The meaning? What's the meaning? Anyone know the meaning for this electrocution? Death happening because of electricity. That is electrocution. Okay. Write the answer. There is Samuel. Are you there? Okay. Okay. Asra Fatima, did you finish question number 9? Asra finished? Is it finished?
Ma'am, I don't have my text.
Huh?
I don't have my text.
Okay. So leave some space there and write the answer. Question you have to write later. Leave some space for the question and write the answer. it finished?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can I stop this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So can we end up today's class?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.